Alrighty guys, going to quickly go over how to make your own build and what's the theory behind making builds. Check the descriptions for anything I miss and timestamps. Let's get into the video. So first thing you want to do is take off everything you can. The weapon obviously can't be removed, but take off everything. So now you have no skills. Well, the in-game skills, which is going to be in this page that shows up once you have one type of skill. So here's your basic weapon. This is flatline, what you can do with it, and we're going to see what our damage is. 993. Oh, that was a critical. That's amazing. So, but that's not the average. So 993. So 1,000 at one time. So our average is about 800 if we don't critical, which we won't. We're only at 15% affinity, which is also critical. I didn't charge that one. So one more swing just to show you what it looks like. 795, so 800. That's what we're going to be hitting pretty much average every time we charge with this weapon by itself. So what does the build do? Builds tend to be whatever your core reason for making the build. Like for example, if you want a healer, you'll make something. Basically all the skills are generated around healing. If you want damage, in my case to make the video faster, we're going to be going with Teostra and Garuga Greaves. The reason is Garuga Greaves is one of the most efficient pieces in the game. Critical Eye level 2, which is like really efficient, and then you have these 3 decoration slots. So that's pretty much what that is for. And then Master's Touch from 3 pieces Teostra prevents your weapon from losing sharpness with critical hits, and this is a damage build, so we want the most damage we can get and so forth. So now looking at this build now, it's not that great because you don't get the effects of Teostra until you critical. So as you can see, it's not that special. I don't think you can lose sharpness in this, can you? Probably not. So not a big deal, not much change. 993 if we critical. Not that special. And not every hit is a critical. So for damage, we're gonna go ahead and look at this. This is basically the template for any melee weapon. You're gonna have 3 pieces Teostra, Garuga Greaves, and then your weapon. And this is the basic skills. So then we're going to fit in the core skills, and what that is 100% critical, or close enough in this case. And this is the most damage we can dish out for now. This is the core skills. If you make any build, make sure you have these skills right here. Critical Eye 7, Critical Boost 3, and Weakness Exploit 3. Elementless is just because the weapon's elementless, and that increases the damage by, I guess, a pretty good amount for one decoration. 1363, if we move that, see 1296. That's why that's there, and that's why it's important. I'm gonna go put that decoration back in now. There we go, 1363. So just having the core principles like of any melee build, 100% critical, and then a critical boost, which increases your base damage by 40%. No, so that's very nice. See, look, that's critical. You tell it's a critical with that little star right there under that 7 earlier. See, that little star showed up again. So now all our hits are pretty much going to be criticals. And we're going to see what happens when you critical with the true charge. Earlier was like 993, 1,167. Very, real good investment, because every one of our hits is true charge. And we're just focusing on the true charge, but as you see, every hit is having critical, so it's a 40% increase in damage for each hit. So, overall 40% increase in damage, which is very, very nice. So this is the core principle. I didn't critical that time. That's amazing. but 1,200, nice. So you can see the big difference. That's like what, 300. Well, it's more than that because base damage is 800, 795, and then we're at 1,200 now. So that's a good 500 damage difference, as you can see. And this is all we have right now. We still don't have a chest plate, a charm, and 2 decoration slots we could fill in. So with the build, once you have the core principles in, like let's pretend you're a healer build, you'll put in the 3 pieces of whatever bonus you want. Let's say Tigrex, for example. Then you'll put in all your healing stuff, your wide range, so you can heal your teammates. And then, stuff that's like, Gobbler, so you could drink potions faster and stuff like that. Once you put on those skills, then you can mess with the rest, the add-ons. So this is basically the car. You got your engine, your tires, all that stuff is good. Now you can put in the extra stuff. Since we're on damage, we're going to continue building damage. So what chest piece we want for a greatsword? We're going to go ahead with Damascus chest because it's one of the most efficient pieces for greatswords. Just because it has focus level 2. There's a level. I put in this charger one here, but without it, the chest only has focus level 2, as you can see, and then these nice decoration slots we have here. So let's go ahead and put that charger back in to have focus level 3. And what does that change? That changes the speed at which I can charge. So I don't know if you remember how fast it charges before, but now watch this. See, it's a lot faster. You can feel it when you use it. And there's 1,167. We obviously hit 1,200 earlier, but that's pretty good. So now we have the speed. So the faster you can deal that 1,200 damage, the more damage you can deal, basically. The damage per second increases, and that's what we want. Now we still have a charm, and those decoration slots have not been put in. So then we're gonna go increase that. See what we got. So I go ahead and put in all the attack boosts I can. Attack boost, challenger boost, all this stuff to increase damage. Challenger is not a good representation for this. I should have put in attack boosts, but no problem. And then I put in handicraft charms just to get into purple sharpness. So what purple sharpness is a multiplier on your damage, and you can now see the difference. I should be hitting like 1,200 or 300, 1,240, just for having little attack and then the handicraft. We can take off the attack to show you what it looks like without that. 1,240. Agitator doesn't work, so the only thing that's running right now is that one attack boost. So let's go ahead and take those out. Just to show you that it is just the handicraft changing the damage, I'm going to take off this charm. So looking at the skills, nothing's changed except for one handicraft. So which puts us in purple sharpness up above here, which multiplies our damage. It should give us 100 more damage. So we were hitting like 1,100 earlier. Now with the handicraft, we should hit more. Wow, didn't critical. That's amazing. $1,266. So nice difference. About 100 damage in difference. Yeah, 1,200 now. So from 1,100 to 1,200 average. So 100 damage difference just for putting in one handicraft, as you can see. That's not going to last forever unless you always critical. So keep that in mind. So just because of that, we're just going to go back to our max damage build. And here's the basic skills. So we got more, on this car. Basically turbocharged it and all the extra stuff to make it go faster. And so, but again, is it needed? Is it maintainable? And the answer to that is no. Not everyone can just jump into a fight and use this because you only have 100 health. You're going to die in one nice solid hit. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and change out to something okay, I guess. So I put in 3 vitalities and this shield decoration, which isn't that great, but just off of the basis that you want to be able to block everything. You don't generally block with greatsword, but just for example, if you're really bad at the game, you can't dodge, just block it then. Allow you to guard against ordinary unblockable attacks. So now you can block pretty much everything in the game. How much chip damage you take is going to be pretty high. So looking at this build now, we have health boosts, and that's going to be about double our survival rate. It's going to be more because we're out of the one-hit kill zone. You can't get one-shotted anymore. There's only a handful of attacks that could still one-shot you. Those are like tempered monsters, and then Char Ishvalda's, big bomb attack. But if you get hit with those, then, it's kind of funny. But you can also block this stuff now. You'll still take a lot of chip damage, but you won't take as much damage as if you just stood there, So we see the inefficiencies now. These decoration slots aren't filled. See, there's level 1 and a level 2, level 1 and level 3, a lot of big issues. So the reason why I put these level 2s and these level 4s is because once you get better decorations, because all these decorations are base game, like vanilla, like you didn't get Iceborne. The only difference is this expert jewel. This is the only level 4 jewel I have in this build, the only Iceborne decoration. You get this just for playing the game, the storyline in Iceborne, so pretty easy to get. And then, like I said, once you start getting better decorations, it's gonna start to make the build more efficient and better. Hold up, gotta show you that skill chart again. So this is what we're working with. It's going to be the same exact thing later after I put in better decorations. So this is slightly better, but not by a whole lot. So I took out 3 vitalities here. Why? Yet I still have health boost 3, and that is because these level 2s that used to be here, they're combined with the vitalities. So these are level 4 decorations that you're pretty rare, actually. So definitely, once you start getting these, you will start slotting in them. Once you get 1, let's pretend these 2 are still not vitality ones. You only have 1 vitality, so you'll need 2 vitality decorations here, and then you get to open up 1 slot. So that's how that works. You start opening up space, and then you putting more stuff. So to sum it all up, once you have a lot of those, you have these 3 slots. You basically take the vitalities out of the question because they're there regardless. So then you wonder what to put in now. So again, you can put in a shield, but don't put it here. We'll put it in the level 2 slots. That way it's full, you see? Because earlier here, it's missing 2 spots. A level 2 and a level 4 spot is inefficient. You can go for anything. If you like this build the way it is, the health boost is all you need, then go ahead and, I don't know, put in Mind's Eye or something. See, prevents attacks from bouncing. There's a lot of things you can put in. Mighty for 10% max might for 10% more critical. Destroyer if you want to break stuff. KO doesn't work on greatsword. It lets you tackle or kick. The side slap with the sword also does KO damage, but other than that, this is useless. This is only for like heavy bow guns, bow, hammer. Because not too many weapons can actually deal KO damage. So this is pretty much useless on greatsword. Don't really go for it. You could go for like evade extender if you want. That just makes you jump farther. Sharp if you really want that, but obviously infinite sharpness and then a lot of handicraft. It's kind of useless. So I don't really know. I'm just going to pick a random skill, and that's going to be Iron Wall. Don't make this build right here. This is terrible. I'm just showing it. For example, I want to be able to block, heavy hits, yet still do a lot of damage. That's the extra. So that's like bulletproof windows, kind of. Obviously, you could change this if you're fighting like Val Hazak. You can go ahead and put this Miasma. And then you have Miasma level 3. So, effluvial resistance. So, you won't get affected by that. Prevents effluvial buildup. Pretty straightforward. So Valhazak, if you want to use that, you can also change this out to whatever you want. Maybe whatever it may be. Let's say, for example, you want earplugs instead. You go ahead and put that in, and then change out your charm. And there is earplugs 5, and you still have all your damage. Not as much because handicraft is only 10 hits of purple, but again, infinite sharpness if you're critical. Then you, for this, maybe you want more damage, I don't know. Put an attack jewel there, who knows. But see, this is how you tweak with it. You don't mess with the core build, you know, like all that critical stuff. You mess with the stuff you can, you know, take out and put in. Whatever makes you comfortable. You know, if you want something for, I don't know, like your buddies are flinching you all the time, go ahead and put this in, you know. You play a lot of multiplayer, they keep, you know, bow users drop those little rock things on your head, or the long swords keep flinching you, put that in. You tailor it to what you need, what's needed for you, you know. You have to evaluate the skills by yourself. How efficient is a skill for you? Like, let's pretend I die from getting stunned. I keep getting hit, and once, you know, the third hit happens, I get stunned. So what you want to do is get stun resistance. Pretty straightforward. Stun resist, level 3, done. Obviously my earplugs is useless now, but you know, again, you could change that. Say let's go back to handicraft. Whoops. And there it is, you know, handicraft, stun resistance. So we're pretty good. We'll never get stunned. Monster can hit us as much as he likes. We'll never get stunned. We'll get up and run away. And we still do our 1,000, what, 200? 1,200, close to 300. Wow, that thing critical. What rotten luck. Alright, this one's gonna critical. There we go, 1,229. And that's pretty much it, how you make a build. It's pretty easy. I'm not sure how people don't do that. A lot of people go for like attack 7, but again, attack, look how much attack we have, 1,435. Like, holy smokes. And then, you know, people want to do stupid stuff like this. You know, let's go for example. Oh, it's different. What is it here? 1435, remember that. Let's put in 1 attack. So 15, right? Is that 15? 35? Yep, 15. 15 more attacks. So about something really small. 1229, let's see how much. It's probably going to get rounded off because it's so insignificant. 1229 to 49, what's that? Small amount. What's that? 11 damage. Wow. Like I said, it's not a lot. 11 damage times 7, so 70 more damage if you get attack 7. It's not significant. That's why you shouldn't really worry about attack boosts and stuff. 1241 again, like, it's not that big of a deal. But that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. If you have issues or trouble still not grasping the idea, let me know. I'll try to make another video or something. Have a good day.